Is there any
We buy for like
front water there?
this water is for you.
Okay, very good.
I'll just take a quick picture of the two of you sitting down, shaking hands, and then we'll start shortly. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, very good. Any questions? If you need me, I'm on the other side if there's an issue. And once Hossein is restreaming his. So start whenever you like.
Right. Yeah, it's a pleasure to see you. Is it? Yeah, last time we played it, I don't even remember.
I remember we played once in the New York Metro.
Yeah?
I think it's one of the more watched YouTubes.
Alright, anyway. Sure. Are you going to use this?
I do not want to use it. Anyway, very much enjoyed your seminar.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We've got a great match.
Hope we can have.
Hello to everyone in the chat. Simon, Marc, Gigi, go yet. Very good. We have a great match. This is the qualifier round. Oh, let me go change that round. It's Mochy versus Karen Davis. I'll be right back.
Oh, it is proper, you guys.
All right, welcome everyone in the chat, in the live feed. Please say hello. Give us a like, a thumbs up. Yes, I corrected it. It said doubles. This is the open qualifier round between Mochy Masayuki Mochizuki, top player in the world from Japan, playing the red checkers at the bottom. Karen Davis, superstar from Backgammon, the women's world of Backgammon. The blue checkers at the top. We're playing on a beautiful legacy board, Backgammon board. So we're auctioning this board, and you'll see a QR code when the legacy board logo is visible at the upper right. You can bid on it. The current QR code, you can donate to the USBGF. So thank you very much. Hello to Mason. So what other equipment? There's no baffle box, but we were using the Backgammon Learning Center baffle box, the Ace Point Backgammon Matchmaster scoreboard, a ZMF clock, and a Wycliffe Brothers cube. Backgammon Galaxy reduced glare dice, and we adjusted some of the lighting so there's less glare. How much is the board? So if you click that QR code, you'll see right now I believe the minimum bid or the highest bid is 1,100 or maybe 1,200 by now. But you can bid on it if you like. So this is an 11-point match. After some development, now it's like a mutual holding game. Karen has her 20-point. Mochy has a 16-point. So it looks like we don't have any doubles yet. Lights look better. Thank you very much. So thank you to Stu Steen Connolly who helped with the lights. He put a diffuser on each one. That's all right. Sometimes my wife calls me Aladdin too. Okay. So now I'll read the dice anyway. 6-1 for Mochy. So he can abandon the 16-point. Looks like he may be up in the race. Leave a shot with the 2 blots on the board on the other side. However, he has his own blot in his board, and he only has a 2-point board, and Karen has a 3-point board. Also, Karen has an anchor So, I don't know if I would abandon the 16 point. I probably, yeah, break the highest point. Okay. Karen has a 2-1, so we'll cover and then play 6-4. So this is the first match of the Open tournament. So everyone's playing, but I will have commentators join me later. So with the 4-1.
Oh,
Nope.
sorry, I saw 1-5. I'm sorry. 1.
There.
So
We found it. That was the 1, and the 4 should be 6-2. There you go. That's better. All right, now a 6-2 for Karen. So she's gonna go there and cover the 2 point. Okay. Usually these types of games is whoever rolls the first double first. Kind of breaks contact. 5-2. We'll play 9-2, making the 2 point. Double 4. Okay, so that's awkward. Welcome back. We've got Mochy against Karen Davis, 2 legends.
Hey.
This looks like a good match. This is
Yeah.
double 4 for Karen is awkward. She had to crack.
Okay. She must have like
I think
one
she's
left.
one more.
Yeah.
So now, would you double here
No.
as red?
No. You're trailing in the race, and white is on your 5 point. So why double?
What if the 4 point for blue were cracked?
I mean, like, you're trailing in the race.
Then you're further behind in the
You're
race.
trailing in the race, and she has the checkers on the midpoint she can play with. So he's not forced off the anchor. She's not forced off the anchor with any roll, and she can remake the board with the checkers on the midpoint. So, what is the market losing sequence anyway?
Yeah. So 3-2,
Okay.
6-1.
Yeah.
How does the board look today on the stream? Better?
Yeah, it looks good.
We adjusted the lighting.
Glare looks nice. So
Yeah.
yeah, she can remake the board. You know,
So
like,
you remake the board and leave a blot?
well, yeah, Mochy has a blot on his ace point, and you have to do something. You can't just keep cracking the board forever. You make a 5 point board, and you might not even get hit if he rolls a 4. I mean, okay, maybe you do get hit if he rolls a 4, but like, so what? And what if he doesn't? What if he rolls like a 6-3 or I don't know, 3-2 or something? 3-2 would be like disaster.
This
I
is
mean,
just
I
break
guess
the
you
4
break
point.
the 4. Yeah, but
Double 1. Okay.
so he can hit. And he has to dodge an ace. Question is, if she fans, could you double that?
Don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about that. This is
Now
going to
it's
be
pretty open with the.
closer to a double for white if, I mean, you have to come out with a 5. You have to hit and come out because
We can't play 6-1.
there's nothing else on the board. And if Mochy fans, what's going on? You have 6s and 2s to hit, and 6s, 2s and 5s to come out. There's a bunch of blots. Kind of seems like a strong double if he doesn't roll a 5.
6-1. Okay, so now
I don't think you're too good, but it looks like a very strong double.
I guess Kit Woolsey always asks, "Is it a take?"
Right. So I mean, yeah, I do always ask, is it a take or a pass? And if I'm like not, you know, kind of sure, then
And you ship it.
then double, yes. But
Yeah. It's certainly not too good, right?
yeah, it doesn't look like it's too good.
There you
So
go.
if it's some sort of, you know, let Mochy kind of figure out what he wants to do with it, and
Yeah.
I agree with the pass.
Yeah.
You know, you're just gonna if she hits another blot, you know, you're gonna be on the roof for a long time, and the prime will not necessarily hold up.
Yeah.
You know,
Rob.
if she misses the blot, you could win, but
Yeah. Rob Cray says, "What's Matt's dog's name?"
her name's Yelly.
Yelly.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't know Karen Davis. She's a legend in backgammon. She did the Women's World of Backgammon. Are you familiar with that?
A little bit, but not really.
She discussed it in a video. She's trying to promote more women to play backgammon, which is fantastic, I think.
Yeah, I think that's great, and I'm all for it.
Well, again,
I think we should have as many women in backgammon as possible.
yeah, women and youth. And are you still in the category of youth? Do you feel like
I'm in the youth in this
In this
room,
division.
but I don't know about in general.
I know. Hello to Pete Jarvis from North Jersey. All right, so 6'2". So
Karen
he gave a
is,
seminar
Yeah.
about second rolls. So let's see what she rolls. 3-1. Okay, so here you don't hit.
Yep.
Against a 6'4", you can hit and split.
Karen, I would say 3-2. Actually, you should run to the midpoint against the 5 point. Making the 11 is not as good as it's not the best point on the board, and the 5 point is so strong.
Yeah.
That you should just not leave a blot in the outfield.
Are you familiar with Michi's term, the Kirin point?
No.
It's when you own the 20 point and the opponent owns their 4 point. So the 4 point lacks blocking value. And he came up with another term called the Phoenix point. Is when you open when you own the 18 point and the opponent owns the 5 point, the 5 point lacks the blocking value because you're anchored ahead of it. So that was the idea behind those. 6-5, you can't come in. Now,
Okay.
still
I
too
don't.
early.
Yeah, too early with the blot on the ace and only one checker back for Mochy. But now there's going to be 2 back.
Yeah. How do you play the 1 for Karen? You play 8-7?
6-5, I think. You don't want to break a point. You don't want to restack the mid. I think this is a good move. Once he fans with both, it's definitely double in the pass. If he comes in with okay,
wow.
that's interesting. I guess you hit and split. Yeah, you can
Hit
make
and
the
split.
11.
Make the 11? Yeah. We've
Yeah,
got some
making
people,
making the 11 is a point that you want.
It is.
And does splitting gain enough? It does gain. But the 11 point is a point, like 5-6 would be quite a big swing.
Yeah.
I think it's this.
We're going to have some people transcribing it, so thank you to anyone who's transcribing it. Let me know if you're transcribing it so I tell the others not to. We don't want them to duplicate the work. 5-1. So
yeah,
it's a
you
little
want to come in on the 5, but then I don't know. This looks normal.
This is reasonable.
Yeah, you want to add a checker to the 8 point. 5 is not the best. 6-5 is pretty awkward. Yeah, you have to play 13-8, 11-5 for lack of
That's the problem with being
any
on the
other
23 point.
Yeah, the 23 point does have some awkward rolls, including 6-5. So you can do this, but
Wow.
I mean, coming out to the 18 is nice, but you're stripping your midpoint to leave a direct 6 shot, and you're playing with 3 blots on both sides of the board. So I don't know. I guess the other way, you're breaking your 11 point, which is not ideal either. I mean, this is a terrible roll. I still like this idea. I don't want to be weak on both sides of the board, especially when I'm outboarded and I'm leaving way fewer shots this way, playing with fewer blots. 4 is a little bit duplicated, Even though 23-18 is better in general to come out, like it seems like too much. But we'll see. I don't think it's crazy to come out. Could be right to come out. I guess you could come out and play 8-2, but that seems like too much.
Wow. Breaking the 11. 11-6, 11-5.
You don't have the right position.
It's not the right position?
No. Put a checker back from the 8 to the midpoint.
Oh, he already played it.
Yeah.
Well, I see. There we go.
So, it's a 5. Yeah, she hits and comes out. Play. 4 in and 6 to the 5 point.
Yep. You were right about that with 13, 8, 11, 5. Is that what he ended up playing?
Yeah, he did. He did make 13, 8, 11, 5, which was the best play. Yeah. So Karen is looking at a cube. I don't think so. She's only got 9 in the zone, but one of them is a blot on her ace point, and Mochy has no one on the bar, and he has an anchor. So, you know, there's not a whole lot of, like, yeah, you could roll double 4, but if you don't roll double 4, it must be a super easy take if you're Mochy. Can't imagine passing, because, like, what if she just misses and then you make the 5 point? 3-1 will hit and make the ace, but Mochy still has an anchor. He still has, like, a totally fine position. You know, she's got a bunch of gaps and a lot of checkers to bring around. Even if she hits the other guy on the 20 point, it's going to be a long time before she can play safely. This gains more ground in the raise, but it leaves you more exposed. I don't think this is the play. Mochy can roll a 4 to anchor. He can roll an ace to hit on the ace at the right point. He can. You do gain ground in the raise, but. And this is the worst of all worlds. If you're gonna hit on the 4 point, you want to clean up your blots, not play with 2 blots. Two in, 8 to 2. Mochy still has a reasonably solid game, whether he gets hit again or not. You know, if he doesn't get hit, he can make the points, and if he does get hit, he can just re-enter somewhere, maybe make a second anchor. But double 3 making the bar is a really good shot, actually. 4-2, you can make the 4 point, but maybe it's better to go 23-21 and 6 to 2, yeah? So that way you start to get off the 23 point and you build the deuce point. Double 5s. Making, you have to, for sure you have to remake the 8 and then just play 13-8. This is becoming stronger and stronger for Karen. I mean, she rolled double 3 and double 5 to build the 7 point and then the 3 points. So now 2-1 for Mochy is gonna make the 5 and play 23 to 21. And his hopes are going to be kind of pinned on somehow containing the back checker, because he's not going to have a very good holding game if that gets away. Oh, 8 to 6, huh? You have some more contact from the 23 point than you would from the 21, but you're killing a spare. You're stripping the 8 point if you do that. And this way, you're kind of, you're not getting blasted on the 4 point with rolls like 4-3, double 2, double 3, double 4. You do expose yourself to 6-5, double 6, but those are maybe running the back checker anyway. Double 6 isn't a great roll for white. Double 6 is pretty bad. But the spare on the 8 point is also like a really nice checker to have. And I think you're... I think she's gonna also hit loose with a 4. I don't know. I kind of like coming up to the 21 just to stave off some problems there. But
oh, they can hear the saw in the background.
They're tearing down the hotel.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, now that he's put the spare on the 6 point, he can just make his 4 point, just like that. And I First you build the tower, and then the tower comes down.
Can you make the 4, the bar, or
No,
hit?
make the 4 point. I don't think so. I mean, okay. She has some bad 6s, especially 6-5. 6-5 becomes a really bad number this way instead of a good number, but like, your board is so much stronger if you do this. I mean, it's also not easy to make the 4 point. And 5-4. 5-4 is not a great number, but you'd much rather have the board if she rolls 5-4. I don't know. 4 points seems like totally natural. You know, you're gonna need the 4 point for any sort of contact. And your whole game plan is to hit a shot, right? So like, this seems way too loose. I mean, it's great if she rolls 6-5, but
He's very deliberate.
yeah.
That's how he gets low on time at the end.
I mean, like, this feels not right to me. Ah, 6-5.
Oh, work.
Yeah.
So the 6 is forced.
Yeah, 6 is forced, and then the 5 is forced.
Keen Marin says, I suspect the bar has more high-cost rolls for Karen.
Yeah,
Like
the bar did have more immediate high cost rolls, but the problem is that you're just playing without the 4 point for the rest of the game, and anytime you hit a shot, like now you would like to have a 4 point board instead of a 3 point board. But
wouldn't have had the shot the other way.
yeah, I mean, she did roll 6-5. 6-5 was like the key swing number, but you know, the 4 point was like so natural. I don't know. And now it's like he doesn't even know if he wants to hit with a 5, you know, so. This looks correct, right? You hit and clean up some blots.
5-1. Okay.
What about now?
Now what do you do?
Looks like a strong position for Mochy. He sends the cube over. That seems totally reasonable. So, can you take if you're Karen? You're winning the race by quite a bit.
36 pips.
Yeah, you're up 36 pips apparently.
Like how fast I count?
If you, but you could just
Phil,
get
how you doing?
gammoned. I mean, it seems like if you don't split the back checkers, you're in a lot of danger. The two gaps in Mochy's position are not good with the 4 and 3 open, but you have some counterattack against the blots also. Like, let's say he just like rolls a 6-1 and runs a checker away, and now you can like hit the blots that are left behind.
She passed. It is a borderline pass on XG.
Okay.
1.003. Very borderline.
Okay, right on the edge. All right, that makes sense, right? You have gammon danger, you have counterattack possibility. You have, yeah.
Keen Marin says possibly too good.
No, nowhere near too
Marc
good.
says drop.
I mean, I would have strongly considered taking. So. Yeah. Yeah.
So now Mochy leads 2-1. 9 away, 10 away. So this is a 2-1. Second roll, you hit.
Yeah, hit and come down for the 6.
6-1.
6-1 comes out to the 18. You know, she's gonna make her 5 point, but hopefully you make an anchor back in the process, right? Hopefully she can make the 5 point without hitting, or if she hits, you get a return shot on the bar. So that'll hit and make the 5, but you'll have 6s and 7s back to hit. But if you fan,
Okay.
you're gonna get the cubed, I think.
So first question, is it a pass?
No, it's not a pass. But I think she should double. I think it's a good double. You have 9 in the zone. You have 6s and 1s to cover the bar point. It's a very easy take. So she can play 13-11. She can play 24-22. I think they're both quite close. I would probably play 24-22 just to get some cover some of his entries. Like if he rolls a 2-6 or something. 1-6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
This is gonna be a double pass. I believe the market has been lost. I mean, the blot on the 2-point plus the extra builder on the 8-point just seems like too much to take this.
that's a 186 pass on XG.
Yeah, if he didn't have the blot on the 2-point. I think it's a reasonable double and very easy to take. I think it should be. No, the roll before.
What was the roll before?
She rolled 6-2. He rolled 6-1.
Yeah.
All right. 5-3 anchors comes down. 4-2 for Mochy. So he must split, right? You can't just play 13-7 and just go into a losing priming game. I don't think so. He comes out to the 18, which seems like the best possible split, since you don't want to play with another block. Keep the block count down, and sometimes they can't hit you at all and have to leave a blot themselves. So now he has 6s to anchor and 4s to hit. Double ace should hit. Making the 5-point goes down in value when the opponent's anchored on your 4-point, and also when they're shooting at you and to make their own 5-point, you want to stop that. Not sure about this one. This is leaving 5s to anchor, 2s and 6s to hit back, and breaking your 11-point, which was like a pretty nice blocking point to have. 6 should hit again, for sure. I would have probably just come in on the 4 and played 6-4 with the 4-2. 2-3, so now she's like trying to play some sort of weird back game thing, but like it's not really a back game. Like you're gonna have to get hit like 2 or 3 more times at least to have any sort of reasonable timing, so otherwise you just have a holding game where you're losing the race, which is just not a great either. I think she's correctly determined that she should not hit the checker on the 11. I don't know that it... Yeah, I think hitting the checker on the 5 is the checker you want to hit. Double 3 plays probably... No, you can make the 3-point. You can make the 10-point, but I think the 3-point is better.
Very interesting.
You could also make the 5-point, but I like 14-11, 6-3 twice. Right, you're unstacking the 6-point. You're kind of... It's hard to get those checkers to move anywhere good. Whereas the checkers on the midpoint can go to a lot of different places. 5-point is a point you want, but you're giving up the 8-point to do it. So it's a lot of concessions.
We've got a poll in the chat. Who will win this match? We got 5 votes so far.
I liked the 3-point, but we'll see what the computer says about that one. 4-1 hits and covers. 6 in and out. 3-1 is another hit and cover. And 2-1 will play to the 23 and 11 to 10, safetying the lot, so he only has to. He's only going to play with one guy back at the moment. Don't want to get a second guy sent back. Double twos makes the 4 points. I guess you play 7 to 5. For lack of alternative. 6-3 is running out to the 14. You just hope to get missed, and then I guess he's looking at somehow duplicating a 5, but it's not really what you want to do. Yeah, you just want to minimize shots. 6-1 can play 23 to 16, which I believe is the right idea. You keep contact with the 21 point, you challenge the blot in the outfield, and you don't have timing for a deuce point game anyway, so take a shot while you have a stronger board. 6-2 should safety. Safe. Where am I here? 4-1 for Karen. Oh, I don't want to come off my anchor. I don't know what else, but find something else. I guess 13 to 8. Yeah. As long as it's not breaking my anchor. I mean, if I play 13 to 8, like. If I play 13 to 8, the blots kind of protect each other. The problem with this is, you know, first of all, you're giving Mochy 6s that can play behind you, and secondly, you're putting a blot on your ace point. That blot on the ace is like, now it's a permanent weakness in your position. Double deuces. Has to come down to the 11. Probably go to 7 point. 11 to 7. Starts the bar point, gets a cover for the ace point. Mochy's not gonna hit with an ace anyway, so this doesn't really reduce shots. It reduces your connectivity more than reducing shots. So what's the race? This is Mochy. It looks kind of close. It doesn't look like it's that far ahead. Mochy's got a gap on. It can't be a double, right? Mochy's got a gap on his 5 and another checker hanging back on the 3 point. Huh? 20 pips or? I mean, 20 pips seems reasonable, but like you still have so many points to clear. You know, you gotta clear the midpoint, you gotta clear the 10 point, you gotta make your 5 point, you gotta get the checker off the 3 point. Yeah, I think you should roll. I hope Karen takes this one. Yeah, she does take. 2-5 hits and comes down. So this is the problem with playing 16-14 is you didn't actually reduce the shots, you just made it less likely you're gonna get a return shot. Right, it looks like you're going from a double shot to a single shot, but actually all you're doing is decreasing contact and making it easier for him to hit you. You should play 13-8. I don't think double hitting makes any sense when you're outboarded 4-2. Fan. Okay, I guess he lost his market on the sequence. So 5-2 is maybe now you hit, but you hate to hit. The other play is to what? Stack the 6 point? That looks horrible. I guess it's this. Just hope she doesn't roll a 3. I mean, what else? Stack the 6 point? Stacking the 6 isn't crazy, but yeah. This makes sense.
Wow.
Double 3s. That's the danger.
Yeah.
On a fan, you're gonna reship. On a fan, you reship.
Cash?
Did I take? Yeah, right. I don't know. You gotta.
Double 3. Oh.
Yeah.
Shouldn't even pause.
Wait. Give him a
Does she think-
decision. Give him a decision.
Does she think she's too good?
She can't think she's too good, can she?
Now-
She has
now
4
she
guys.
should.
Now she's gonna be too good. she has 4 guys back, and what if she just misses the shot? You know. But now it's way too good. Oh.
Mhm.
It's probably still too good, right? Even after a deuce. I mean,
I'll put in some.
you got a whole lot of gammon potential, and it's if you hit and get hit back, you can double that. So, yeah, she should have remembered the maximum that every roll is a cube decision. Yeah, and really given it at least some consideration after the guy fans and you're shooting at a double shot. You know, that's like a this is
It's too good.
this is not a good sequence of cube decisions, I believe.
Great rolls.
Hello, Candace, Mayron.
I'm sorry, say
Double
that.
3 and double 5. Great rolls.
You've got
2 rolls.
Patrick Scooter.
I'm impressed.
So, we had a poll on the chat. Is this board beautiful? 75% of the people said yes, this board is beautiful. 0% said yes, this board is beautiful, and 20% said yes, this board is beautiful.
So
Then it
they
is.
think the board is beautiful. Well, it can be yours for the right bid.
You can bid on it. That's right. Click the QR code. My wife does not appreciate my humor.
Who does?
My daughter does, and
Uh-huh.
she starts telling similar jokes to my wife, and my wife gets so mad. She says, "Oh, she's telling jokes like you." I guess she didn't know. Maybe she didn't know. I didn't know some things before we got married, but that's how it is, right?
3-1, good roll. Makes it 3 point. Mochy doesn't quite have timing for an ace-3 game, but he only needs to get hit like once more, let's say, or twice more to really have a well-timed game, so it's kind of a developing, I'll call it a developing back game. No, he's a long way from going forward. So, I mean, he'd like to go forward, but he needs he's gonna have to roll something good if he wants to do that. No, she's thinking about the play. Yeah, I think it's an okay play. She's just trying to make the 9 point in front of him. She could do it with a 4 or 2. 4 is kind of duplicated. Six is not very good. Has to play 13 to 7. So you don't want to break. You don't want to break anything, and you're kind of somewhat duplicating some numbers or whatever. 6-5 hits from the back and goes to the midpoint.
They appreciate calling the rolls, so thank you.
5-4 is hit and come out. You gotta hit on the 4 point. And you have to, yeah, that's really the best 5, I guess. Two 4 comes in and hits. Still trying to maybe go forward or just keep her off balance enough to stop her from building a prime. 3-1 probably make the 22 point. Not, yeah. You still would like to make the 9 point if you're Karen, and I'm not sure Mochy necessarily wants to hit with a 6, like this 6. I guess he will. You have to probably hit and go to the 11, but you're leaving return shots.
This is a little too much.
Yeah.
You don't have a good way to play it if you don't do this. So
You can make the 18.
yeah, but then you're gonna get primed and be losing, be in a losing battle. You don't want to be in a battle where you're in second place, you know.
Yeah, upgrading to the 20 point would have been good. Like with the 4-3, 4-2, 3-2.
Yeah. Upgrading to the 20, maybe making your 9 point, or I don't know.
So he's looking at it.
Yeah. Interesting. I would think you hit, but okay.
Oh no.
6-5 is gonna have to play something horribly ugly with this roll, huh? You can go 13-7-9-4.
Okay.
That looks like maybe the best you can do. If you don't do that, what's your alternative? If you go 13-7-9-4, you know, you get missed almost half the time. Maybe you can make a 4 prime if you just cover both blots. And there's really not much else that you can do. I mean, 15 numbers at least miss you this way.
Do that. What else can I do?
I don't see a plan B. Like, you're gonna play behind the anchor? You're not gonna play behind the anchor. No, you're not gonna. This has like almost no way to improve, right? Like the other way, at least you could get missed and then improve. This way, whether you get hit or not, your position is terrible. So. And this just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, he's shaking his head, looking at. he's like, did I really roll this? There's no way to play this. He's gonna play 38-7-9-4 and hit his clock. Yeah. Double 4 hits, makes the 5 and comes to the 14. I think you come to the 14 just to have the shot and to kind of get off the 18 point, but I don't think it's the worst play in the world by any means. This looks close, but not at score. 18-13 and 6-5. So you have to get off the 18 point, and then I guess you double once you've cleared the blot on the 18, huh? I don't think you double yet, because you have to escape first. And sometimes you don't escape. Double 3 makes the 5, plays 11-8 and 7-4. I mean, you could play 18-15. I don't see slotting making any sense. You could play 18-15, but then you can't make the 8 point. So you want to get some control of the outfield. Usually coming on the 3 point, you don't want to come in deep on the ace point and
Then just 5-4.
yeah, there's some you're coming under the gun a little bit, but it's I think it's worse to just get out primed.
Why?
double 5 is a monster roll. Monster roll. Ace 4. Probably 6 to 2, but this is fine, I guess. I think 6 to 2 is probably better.
Builder for the bar point.
You just better distribution. You can make the deuce point later.
You don't want to stack the 4 point.
Yeah, you don't want to stack up the 4 point. 4-5 runs away. Brings a checker to safety to start controlling, get more checkers into the outfield. Is this the play? You do stop a 6. You stop her from running away with a 6. She does have a blot on the 2 point. Maybe it is the play, actually. Is this? I actually like the hit, I think. Do I? Yeah, okay. Alright. I don't know. If she runs away with a 6, you prefer the other one for sure. And, you know, she doesn't necessarily cover the 2 point. 6-4, 13 to 3. 6-4 runs to the 14. So she's up 17 minus 10. Oh, that's a beautiful hit. So she's going to be down 11 right now. 2-3, coming on the deuce point.
Dennis.
So Mochy's up 6 pips and shooting at stuff, so he should just double. And Kieran has a decision. Down 6 pips. They both have 4 point forward. 4-2, 1 point. He has the 7s to hit. Probably a take. It's kind of scary. Hello.
Hi, gang. Hi, Matt.
Nice to see you.
My pleasure as always. Good to see you.
Man, this could be serious trouble for Karen. Two can probably play the 9 point just to not leave any shots. I mean, you could go 11 to 5 to get more attackers, but then if she comes in, even if she doesn't hit, you still got to clear more checkers in the outfield.
And it's a little better if she does throw the ace, then you can still make the bar. If you go into the 5, you have more attackers, but the third of the time they throw the ace, so you'd rather be here.
Yeah. More builders to the bar, less checkers to bring around, you know. Double 6 closes the board. It's gonna be a very likely gammon. 6 to 5, 9-7, good play. Three 1 is probably I don't know.
To the 4.
I don't know. It's super close. I'm
be,
sure.
Yeah, that would be me, but it feels really close.
Yeah, 10 and 4 is good. Could also go 8 and 6. 5 here. I think you play 4 to 2. I think the gammon is pretty safe. Here for sure 4 to 2. This is a very clear play, I think.
Yeah, normally you don't want to put the third guy on the ace. It costs a lot later. I
Yeah.
have a playable checker.
Yeah, you don't want to have inner gaps. 3-1, 2 and off. Okay. So yeah, Gammon's not Jin, I guess. She could roll double sixes, but she needs it quickly, like very quickly. Double 5 might also work.
Well, he has quite a few rolls of both sixes or fives. If red doesn't roll a double, he can.
But does that get you off?
Pardon me?
Like you need. I'm not sure it gets you off. You know, like you're way down.
Well, he has a shot at a shot then. Okay.
Yeah, you'd have a shot at a shot.
Okay, the shot is gone.
Eight crossovers. She needs 4 crossovers this roll. Needs 2 doubles in a row. Alright, that's Jim.
Did you play your first match already as well?
I'm not playing the open.
Not playing. Okay.
Yeah, so no open for me. You play?
Yeah, I played.
Okay. That was a fast match, huh?
It was, yeah. I had a good arm that first match.
Nice. Double sixes. Nice roll. Probably not gonna have a cube no matter what Mochi rolls. 3 and 4 should just go to 4 point. You don't want to leave another blot in the outfield. You do want to start building a board. 6s again. Okay, so 13-7 3 times and 7-1. It's good for the race, but you gotta
Stays flexible, trying to make the 5 as you come in.
yeah, you gotta somehow get those checkers off the 18 point. 11-5, 6-4 here. Like the 11 points not worth that much, and you'd rather just build your board. 6-1.
8-7.
Yeah.
I think it's too big to slot.
Yeah, I don't think slotting is the right idea at all, because you don't want to get hit,
Even though it dupes the ones. it's
and
just
making
pretty
the
costly.
5 point doesn't even gain you that much. Like, if you make the 5 point, you don't have them primed anyway. You're not playing a priming game. You're just trying to race. So, and then you know you may not even cover. You could roll like 6-5 or 6-4, 5-4. Double 2s covers. Plays 18-16 twice, but it would have
You'd have been happy
actually.
to run a little further.
Yeah, it's
had you not
it's
slotted.
actually better not to have the blot on your 5 point. But I guess you could do this because he has 2 blots on his side. He does have like ace-3, ace-4, ace-6, ace-ace to hit and cover. So it's only ace-5, right? That doesn't? An ace-deuce?
Yep.
Not sure that I really like this play, but it is better if you get missed. So now...
You're definitely closer to a cube here. If you
Yeah,
were back
yeah,
on
I
the,
think,
if you were back on the 16.
I think this could be a cube. I
it
mean,
could be.
you're up 1 million in the race, right?
Yeah.
You're up by a lot. 14, 24, 24, 25. 25
She finds it. I think if she'd have stayed back with a set of 2s before, she wouldn't be at a cube.
6 pips? Yeah.
That's one of the advantages of coming forward, leaving the ace shot.
Must be a take. I mean, first of all, she may not cover the blot on the 5 points, so you're getting a shot a lot of the time, just immediately, and then you can also get shots later.
And how many pips did you count while I was yakking?
26, I think.
20 something. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like 26, 30,
Yeah,
something like that.
seems like a take.
Yeah, yeah.
She's
You gotta take.
80% to cover the blot or whatever. But
Yeah, I mean, even if she does, you still got the 4-point game.
Yep.
And then if she doesn't, you have a shot.
And a lot of
So,
stuff you have
you
to
know.
dump behind after you cover, which strips your outside points.
5-4 makes the deuce.
Good number.
Slots the 3. So yeah, she'll have the race, and she has some sets to lose the market, but if she doesn't roll a set, well, she's always gonna have the 4-point game.
Yes, you
Clear the
clear the
8.
8. I don't think you leave this gap, but I would
Yeah,
clear
this
the
this
8
connects
you.
with the 14, but you're not really connecting because you need to roll a double anyway, and you don't want to have the
It
gap.
doesn't give you as many playable numbers this roll either.
It lets you come down with a 6-3 and leave an indirect shot is the only
yeah,
advantage.
yeah,
but I think leaving a gap it outweighs the 6-3 that leaves an indirect. You're still leaving 6 shots with that, by the way. It's not like it's safe.
True.
6-1. There's the gap. Okay.
Now, I don't know, do you come that one or 6-5?
Probably 6-5, right? Is this even less shots? This is aces and nines. This is 16 numbers. So I think the other one is fewer shots.
Right. It's,
It's better distribution,
two
and
double
you
ones,
cover his
12.
6-1, and his other aces are actually not good.
So this is 13 plus 14, 15.
Yeah, this is the fewest number of
Oh,
shots. This is
okay.
11 shots,
Yeah.
but I think 14-8 clearing the 14 point is better because then you don't have to worry about the 14 point. You know, you're only leaving like 4 more shots, and Mochy also, Mochy has to move after you roll. You don't
Right.
want to.
He may not roll a 6. He may roll a small number and still maintain a 5-point board.
Yeah,
Rick is
I'm pretty
one of
sure
those.
14-8, 6-5 is the best play. I think this is probably the second best.
This is 12.
Yeah, this is the
This
best
is
play.
what, 15 shots? 12?
I think it's 15, right?
15, yeah.
12 plus 3.
Double 6s,
yeah.
double.
6-4 and double 5 and 12 twos. So this is actually 1 fewer shot than coming closer, and you also make Mochy's aces bad, right? Like let's say he rolls 4-1.
Like, and 6-1.
Yeah,
In
6-1.
particular, 4-1 is bad. He can play it, but and it gives you a connector with 6s.
5-1, you know, stuff like that.
Okay.
She found it. Good
Yeah,
play,
good
Karen.
play.
Good play. So we think here.
Close out.
I feel confident about that one. Yeah, double 5 sits and covers. He's pointing out. That would be a nice roll.
Oh,
he had a 5-up.
so close. Why you not here?
Looks like he just got to bring 2 down. He doesn't get enough contact to break his board over.
Yeah, 13-4 is too dangerous, I think.
I agree.
So. You're also not really gaining a whole lot on most of this other stuff. Like, she's gonna probably go past you anyway. So it's really only giving her like the extra option to hit and cover if she rolls that. I mean,
Yeah, even with like a 2-1. I mean,
yeah.
you
know,
make one of
2-1's
her
actually
numbers, you
much
get a
worse this way.
Right, you get a
And,
fly shot on. Now
right.
you on the bar.
Right. And if she doesn't roll a number that hits, she's gonna pretty much move the checker on the 14 point, whether you're on the midpoint or not. So I would think you just play to the 9 and 8. I mean, he does like to look at his options. You know, normally he starts with the second best play and then goes from there. But I just don't really see the upside of this. I mean, maybe there's something. Double 5s, you get a direct shot instead of a 3-number shot, but you know.
Then you
It seems like
you gotta fade
it seems
all
like
these
way
2
too
covers.
much on the deuces. Yeah, the 2-5, 2-3, 2-2.
Yikes.
4-3. So you're getting an indirect shot, but you would have had an indirect shot anyway, right?
I thought it's a direct shot. Oh shit. Good play. Ah, it's counted.
Needs a 7. 7! Oh, how is he so good?
Wow.
How does he just do it?
Wow.
This is gonna be double pass if
Yeah.
it can't be too good, because if you don't cover, you're in danger.
Yep.
And you're nowhere close to a take, so even at you know, 5 away, 7 away, whatever, he's nowhere close to a take.
Is it 14, 17?
I guess he's thinking about playing on, but like if you don't cover, you're gonna be really unhappy.
I think there's like
Yeah,
18 cars, 18
Yeah.
misses.
All right, it's gonna be 8-4, 3 away, 7 away.
Sure, it becomes over, sure. Yep.
That's 4.
So Marty's going to step in a minute. I'm going to take a little walk, and he'll be here with Matt
Nice, nice.
as soon as he gets over this direction.
Great Marty store. 6-3 comes out and down. 5-1 hits from the midpoint, and Mochi's seminar.
Nice.
Yeah, he acknowledges his seminar.
Yes, you learned something. Oh,
Okay. I knew that one, but
we won't test you on all of them.
pretty good. Second roll, I think. Is this? I guess so. Yeah, I guess you do this. Double 6 makes the 10 point. Yeah.
That one or the bar? I'm not
No,
sure.
I think you make the 10. Then you just totally disengage. You have 15 against 2, and you know, making the bar is really only that good if he rolls like if Mochi rolls double 6, right? I mean,
Yeah, it could cost you later on. Yeah,
it's not that the bar is bad. It's just that you're stuck on the 16, and it becomes
And you're
harder
stripped
to
out there.
right. It
Your
becomes
big
harder
numbers.
to play your rolls.
your big numbers.
And this is like, you know,
big fly shots.
he's kind of in trouble if he doesn't roll a pretty good number pretty quickly. He can cover the 2
Take
and
the
split.
2,
Yeah.
Seems right.
Is this anything at score? I mean, for money it's not a cube, but like you know, it's a totally lopsided
Yeah,
score.
I'm gonna stop and count it. Just
Yeah,
to look
I
at
think
my numbers.
I think Karen is behind in the race, so it's probably not anything yet.
Probably not, but she sure has a lot of good numbers. The
Yeah,
numbers
she can
and
easily
even
lose the
numbers.
market, and you know. Yeah.
Come on in, Marty. Yelly is not yelling.
Sorry about.
OMD, no problem. I got it. He will howl on a walk.
5-3 is gonna make the 3 point.
Just make the 3 point on,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
head. I mean,
If you make the 3 point, and then let's say Mochi doesn't roll a strong reply, I think
Like a
that's gonna be a
6-6.
cube. Yeah,
Something
a
like
fan
that.
is like gonna be a pass, but let's say he just comes in with 5-1.
this may be a double score. Yeah, your
Yeah,
turn would
it's
do it.
reasonable. Must be a super easy take, even at
Yeah,
score.
it's super easy to take.
I mean, you got her outboarded 4-2. She could point on you, but even then, you can probably save a gammon.
It's even. I think it's an exactly even pip count. So I
Sounds
would,
about
I would
right.
just take it, and
Yeah.
he's not happy to be doubled. He'd rather not be doubled. But
Yeah.
he'd be doubled, I think, at the score. But
Yeah. You don't love it when your opponent's doubling you, but
yeah, and Mochi says I've been around the
Let's go.
block. I'm taking this one.
3-2 can pick and pass.
I believe so. Let him take a full roll here.
Sure, you don't want to. Ooh, this is big when he's got you outboard.
No.
He's got you outboarded 4-2.
I hope they don't hear us.
That's a
yeah,
lot
there we go.
of points in Mochi's board, you know.
I could actually hear them shaking over the ball over here, so
That would be slightly,
I think you're coming on the deuce point. You come out to the 18 also.
or stay on the 5.
Yeah, you could stay on the 5. Yeah, there's a lot of options.
The deuce one is like hang back and come to me and I'll hit you kind of play, but
There are a lot of options.
I predict Mochy looks at all 4 or 5 of them.
He's got 6 minutes left, so
Okay, so I think he'll just
he's got plenty of
just go with
he's got plenty of time. It's not like he's down to a minute, you know.
Right, that's right. It is plenty of time for Mochy. So
Yeah. Yeah. Makes the 4 point, and if Mochy rolls a 4, then
this is why I took the cube.
yeah.
So I
All you
can
have to do is roll 4.
6-2.
A random 6 escapes the guy from the 20, and then you play with one guy back. You know, you're an underdog, but you pretty much don't get gammoned in that
Worse
variation.
positions than that.
Yeah.
Sure. Karen's still looking.
What else is there on the
There
board?
isn't any. That is not anything.
This is a disaster.
There's too many shots.
Yeah.
That 3-point board and very nice assets.
Sure.
Roll the coveted 4 or 6-2
Don't roll a 2-1.
or 3-1.
No.
5-3
3
is
is not so
kind
good.
of icky.
Yeah, you have to probably break your midpoint.
Or
I mean, you can
you
do
do this.
You
I mean, this
can
is-
do
this
this.
is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other-
Okay.
That's the other play.
All right. That's reasonable. Double 4 is a smasher. I was gonna smash.
Only 1 would be a nice reply.
Any number that comes in is nice. Right now, if you're Mochy, you just want to not get, smashed.
You could play that.
I like
That's
this
what I
play.
would do. That's
Yeah.
Nice.
You want to, if he fans, you want to be able to close him out quickly,
Take
and that
a
means
miracle to win from there.
yeah, it would take
Karen
a
might
enormous
Karen's
amount
might
of.
show Joker fear and
Yeah, this is fewer jokers. Gets off the double ace and 2-6,
Yeah,
but those aren't even winning to begin with. And
builder in place.
right, you want to be able to close these
But
points.
now I predict she'll now she'll hit her if you just do this.
I think you probably make. I don't know. I think you
Yeah,
probably
this
make the
is-
2
this is-
point. But
Now she can.
Yeah.
She will hit if she can. If she
Yeah.
can't, unless
Right.
it breaks a point. And she'll do this. And hope that.
oh, there's the
Roll
ace.
the
Saves an enormous amount of gammons for Mochy. Instead of being, 80+% to get gammon, now it's
Yeah.
like
less
15.
Than 20 maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Mochy says, I dare you to roll 6-5 now. Or 5-5. Or is that a 5?
5-5?
Is that a
I think-
5-5? I think it is.
I think it's
No.
5-5.
No? Oh, 5-4. Okay.
Alright.
I don't like these
Yeah.
clarified dice.
Yeah.
There's a
They've been
6-1.
trying to work on them, and the glare, I think, is better than it used to be.
I thought I almost saw a 6 and almost
Wrong
saw
7. 2-1 is 8 to 5. Okay. Maybe play double 6 for Mochy.
I would just get the hell out of that for sure. So
3
shall she play
off.
6 to 2?
No.
Or shall she and maximize builders?
I think
or
it's-
shall she play?
I think you start with 3 off and then you find an ace. And I would assume you go 4 to 3 because
4 to 3 would give 4 to 3 would give the builder position, but it's a little hollow chest to give you 3 blot numbers.
well, it's not the safest long term, but it is the safest on this roll, and Mochi's about to crack his board.
The safest on this roll. So what is it? This is 6-5, but the other one is 3 blot numbers, 6-4 and 4-4. Yeah, with
right.
a blank 4 point.
Right. You're right.
So this this is, but it doesn't have the 4 builders if he rolls a 6.
Maybe this is better. I don't know.
I don't know.
Must be- Yeah, it doesn't have the 4 builders if he rolls a 6. Doesn't hold the board as long.
Theoretically, you
but I don't
should be
know.
able to read.
Here you just go
this
5
is
off, I
interesting.
believe.
I would play 5.
Yeah. You want to win a gammon. The board is cracking.
The good
Like
part about this is
Well, this is the
In
safest
this
play. This would be the
variation-
play at DMP.
Yeah, and you could barrel a lot of checkers off quickly
Sure.
if you don't leave blocks. So this is the gammon variation where Mochy fans forever and Karen rips checkers off.
Yeah.
That's 2 checkers off, not even close.
Yeah, this
Even
is
fewer
also
fewer
also
block numbers,
safest.
right?
Yeah, also
3 versus
safest.
2. Extra checker off. Holds the board longer. That's not the leg. Now, shall she barrel off 1 or shall she play safe?
She should come off. I mean, yeah. The 6 point is open. You know.
6 point means open 6 point means you can afford to be hit more.
Yeah.
In more of a way. So
And
now
gammon is like
forced.
pretty close. I mean, it's not super close. She's still a favorite to save it.
Oh, what is that?
That's cocked.
Cocky-walkie?
That's cocked. Yeah.
A 6-3 cock.
Yeah. He's still a favorite to save it,
Cock is-
even if he
his
fans
cock is
once.
running. There's a 6-2.
Okay, so
Darn, I wasted it.
he's probably gonna save gammon here, unless he rolls small for like multiple rolls.
Oh, Karen needs a couple.
Yeah, or Karen could roll a set and yeah. There's a set. Okay, that's the first of the sequence.
First of N.
Yeah.
And being at least 1. Karen's so excited she's throwing everywhere.
Mochy's gonna need at least like a 5. Okay. Okay.
There we go.
Rolls a 5.
Trick, move into the 6 one.
Yeah.
And then Karen says, "Wow, another big one."
No, I need like at least a 5 again to feel safe. Okay, he rolls a 7. Okay, so now he feels reasonably safe as long as there's no set.
Extra shake. Ah!
Okay, okay.
8 to 6, 3 away to 5 away. That is a hairy score.
Hairy score.
You can take a little bit deeply as the leader if you don't have any animals.
Yeah. Trailer should actually take shallower if it's like if it's a race. But,
I'm sorry.
Leader is aiming for the
I got it.
clock is running, but hopefully they'll notice at some point. Okay. Occasionally. 4-3. So I guess the right.
2 down.
I guess the right play at the score is both up. Yeah, this is.
Well, she's behind. Oh, Mochi's.
Oh, Mochi's.
Sorry, that was
Yeah.
Mochi.
Yeah.
Yeah, both up is normal.
Yeah.
That's
But I mean, there's like 4 plays that are all close. But I think this is like technically
I
best,
think that's what I would do.
according to the rollouts.
And there is why. Or reason why.
Yeah, you get hit, but you can remake an anchor.
The old anchor. Everyone's got an anchor.
Yeah, Mochy likes his position since he's winning the race.
Counter.
But he's
Advanced
only up
anchor with an advanced anchor.
Yeah,
Counter with slot for the hit.
it's always better to be winning the race and have fewer men back.
Oh, and now?
Slot the 4 and maybe slot the 3 also, but this is okay. This is not terrible, but yeah.
You're gonna play 13-9, I guess, even now.
Yep.
I don't like 8-4. Looks.
No, 13-9. You're not even getting hit on a 4 unless it's double 4 or double 2. So yeah, 4-2. Okay, so there's 4 shots. You know.
6-2.
6-2. Yeah, I guess it's not really a shot. Oh, I don't like this.
4.
Yeah.
Karen will play. She could have tried 8-7, but the 7 was too much.
Yeah, I think her play was fine. I didn't like Mochi's score at all.
She's probably behind the race.
Yeah, race is close.
I guess she's got nothing left.
5-2? Yeah, she should run. I guess you can. No, I guess you can make the 18, but I think
I
not
would rather-
running. Yeah.
I think there's some game left, so I'd be keeping
Right.
it inside anchor. This is a little front-loaded.
I think you want to do this if you're like behind and trailing and keep the contact.
Now I guess we'll just do a sliders. 3. Oh, he's gonna say, okay, I don't want to be ahead. I'm ahead of the race. What can be simple? Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. This is smooth. And Karen says, I think I'm gonna go 8-3. No. Yes. Maybe.
4 to 2 must be better than 8 to 6. Just to make the board faster and not strip the 8 point.
Close.
Sure, it's not a big thing, but it was a close pip count. Yeah, it used to be a close pip count.
That was a joker.
What is the pip count? Anyway?
Oh, now Mochy's ahead.
How much?
30 on, well, by a good amount.
That's
48, 108, 134 for white.
Oh, that makes it easier. That's 26.
121, 111.
23.
39,
23
69,
pips.
99, 1,
This is just a
111,
double and a pass.
111 to...
It's a 23 pips. This is a double and a pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
134, 23 pips ahead. She can't begin to take this without that 10th point of motion.
Yeah. I mean, at a normal score, it would be a pretty clear pass, and the score probably inclines you to pass even more.
Oh, she thinks it probably inclines her to take, unfortunately.
Yeah. So this is like not a good
catch
take.
up by rolling a few bad numbers.
Yeah.
And Karen says double sixes for me. Thank you very much. Ooh, almost.
Double fives. She's happy she took now.
114.
She was. She's gonna be down 7 after the roll. It's gonna be down 7. So
that looks. That's 1, 2, 3. What was that? Is that legal? Yeah, that's legal.
It's legal.
32, 72, 88, 114. Is that right? 114.
I don't know. She's
24,
down
32, 72, 88, 114.
She's down 10 now.
104. Is that right?
I don't know. She's down 6 after the double ace. You can. I just count the difference.
110. yeah. 95 to 110. So that was
15.
9, yeah.
Yep.
So you're right. All right, just
probably do this.
stop fiddly diddling. Just do this.
Down 8 pips. You want to make the 5 point. You don't even mind so much if you get a 8 indirect shot. That would be kind of nice for you.
Mochy will not be leaving those unless he has to.
Right. I mean, he doesn't have to on any roll, but
It doesn't have to on any roll.
But
especially 6-5 or 6-6.
He could if he rolls like a 6-3 or something. He doesn't want to break his bar,
would be
you
the
know.
worst.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Very much.
I think you
Shall we
do.
leave a
I think you
5
do leave
number?
the 8 shot. Yeah, I like it.
With the blot there, I think so.
Yeah, the blot and
It's too ugly.
yeah, you don't want to necessarily break the bar point. Race is still close. I mean, you know, Mochy's still winning the race, but it's
Oh my goodness.
reasonably
So it's a
close.
4-1. All right, there it is. So
I've rolled double 4 there sometimes.
Karen says double sixes for me, please.
Yeah, even 6-5 or 6-4 would be a pretty good roll.
Oh, that's a very smooth roll.
Yeah, but not a lot of pips. You would definitely throw it back. 6-2 to make the board in case she comes out with 1.
That's a big fat 2-1.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
And a big fat 6-1.
So now she's way behind. Yeah, she needs like double 6 just to get even.
2 checkers. If,
Or 2 will come out with 1. This for sure. Please no. Look at it this way: if you were Mochi and you rolled a 2-1, are you certain you would want to make the 5 point? You know, if you're not certain about that, don't even think about breaking your board. You probably should make the 5 point with 2-1, but you know, no, this is not good.
All we gotta have to be running anyway.
You lose
2-1 point on your head, whatever you actually.
Yeah, but you lose ground in the race, and then
yeah, you shouldn't.
yeah.
You might win the race.
Just
play for the race.
Yeah.
There we go, just like that. That's the right idea.
And now when you get the shot, your board's not closed. The board is no longer closed. But a shot would be good. So if she hits and what she fans, it's gonna be a redouble pass. But she can't. Oh, can't read double from the roof.
Extra gammons in the bank because he.
Yeah, that was a good hit.
But he's still probably 5-3, 4-1.
Looks right. You get spares on all the points.
He's got 1 off.
Yeah, you get spares on all the points. You stop the high doubles.
Oh, there it is! Oh my god.
It's gonna be close. Great. Yeah, Kieran needs what? At least one set. At least one set.
As long as
if she rolls double 6 again, it's like okay. That's gonna put a stop to that plan.
Wow.
Okay.
Buckle my shoe and 10 left.
Yeah, she's even. If
10.
Mochi hadn't rolled double 3, it would have been close.
9 versus 10, and Mochi's. Oh my goodness, and he's off. Well, at least he's.
That's actually a good roll.
That's actually good.
Yeah, it's actually a good roll.
Comes down to 4 roll
yeah,
position.
4 roll position, gets a checker off, clears the gaps, gets all the doubles working.
There's 3 off.
Yeah, it doesn't quite do it. Almost counts.
I'll even take double 3s, she says.
Oh, double 4.
Double 4s is even.
That does it. Mochi needs a double.
Good roll.
Mochi needs a set, and if he doesn't, it's gonna be 8-8.
Mochi says, "Oh darn, I can't believe it."
Oh,
he does.
how is he so good?
She doubles anyway.
Same.
How did he do it
every time? Oh my god!
Well, those good players always seem to have more good numbers than they have. Because they have better positions.
I saw this.
Oh my
god.
I feel like in the bear off,
howling for blood.
I feel like the bear off evens out the skill level. Like they don't have better positions than the bear off.
It's okay.
A 3 roll is a 3 roll, you know.
I like that. Come on, doubles. Is what you could read the mind. That's what they become.
Yeah.
Out of microphone.
Yeah.
Okay, Karen.
Come on, Karen. Does she have 6?
Only Mochi.
No, she's got 5 checkers. Okay. 6 to 5 is better technically, and yeah. In general, at this score, you want to play 6 to 5. But yeah. 4-1 should be 13-9-6-5.
It's not second roll anymore. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Why are
You could play 13-8, but
13-8.
yeah, 13-8. Yeah. I don't think so. I don't like this idea at all. Yeah. Yeah.
8 in the zone, so much is alright. I'll play like a human.
Yeah.
She hits me with a 7.
You could play 9 to 8, but yeah, there is something to be said for this. She's split at the back.
Yeah, she gets off the 8 hitting numbers.
Right.
hit would be a big swing.
Yeah, it's totally a reasonable play. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. So you have to play 23-21. No. Yeah. You wanna start moving those back checkers.
6-5. Wow. How would us? Yeah, make put your checkers where you want them.
Sure, it is a 4 prime. You know, primes still have value. I believe that primes have value in
Gammon
the
does not hurt you anymore.
2020s as well as in the 1970s. You know? Oh no. I don't.
Well, she's looking at it. It's a good thing to look at.
Yeah. I mean,
don't look at it. You won't.
You are ahead in the race.
Don't look at it. You won't wrongly choose it.
You are ahead in the race, but this is also leaving a shot anyway, right? It's not even like a safe play. So.
Yeah, you're gonna have. You're committed to trying to escape it next turn.
If you're gonna,
this way,
if you're gonna leave a blot, you might as well make a point. You know, one way you can leave a blot and make a point, or leave a blot and not make a point.
2 points sooner than running.
Yeah, that's also a play, but I prefer making the bar. At least this doesn't leave a direct shot.
Aha. Worst number on the board, maybe.
4-2? Not a bad roll. For a non-hit, I guess. Double 5 is a monster. Makes the 3 and the ace point. It's a very good roll. I mean, tremendous roll. 4-5 would be good. 4-5 is the best.
Any
2-3, pretty good. Makes the 8.
3 will take it.
Yeah. Mochy
now, how does he play 5-5?
Rolls a 6, just like that. 6 out and keep going, for sure. Yeah. Minimize.
No. Oogly moogly, she will make her board up. No, she's just like, not allowed to double stand.
I think if you're Mochy, you just minimize shots, right? You just play to the 8 and the 6.
The default positions.
Yeah. I mean, if you play 13-10, you have a safe 6-5 next time, but you're leaving 5-2 and 5-3 as well as 2-6. And if you play 8-5, yeah. This looks right. Like here.
Now one trouble with this play is that not only is there the immediate 2-5, but there's also
2-5.
Immediate 2-5. Well,
yeah,
there's
also
the
immediate
2-5 next turn because your four positions.
I don't really see just giving her the. Well, I guess if you're Mochy, you know you're gonna hit back with a 3 and come out. But you know, it was basically almost a free roll for her to get the 5-2. Right? Like the positions were almost the same otherwise. You have to come out, right? Am I missing? Like, I mean, hitting would make sense if you wanted a gammon.
I would come out,
but it's double match point. Like you don't want a gammon. I mean, you don't need a gammon.
To win the race.
Yeah.
Or get lucky and point on her with an
yeah. I mean, if a gammon counts for you, it's a totally different story. But
we're still howling for both. Suppose you just go 6-5.
Yep, that's fine. 4-5 is a double hit. You have to double hit.
Or a single.
Well. If you single hit, you can leave 2-5 and 4-5. So it's only. Yeah, it's only 4 numbers.
How's the pip count?
The other one is 12 numbers. Pip count is good for Mochy.
It's sort of like
yeah.
Mochy,
No, I think this is a good play actually. Yeah. You're leaving 8 fewer shots. I don't know. I mean, when the double hit works, it really works.
And then the other thing is that You're not winning 100% of the time if you're missed the other way because
Yeah,
she
sure.
could anchor with a 2.
Sure, that's true also, yeah.
He's busy counting things up.
So this is a second checker on the bar also. Eh,
The clock ticks away 2:38, 2:37.
I mean, this looks pretty strong.
Pretty strong. But how strong is it?
Pretty strong.
It's pretty darn strong. I'll do it before my clock runs out.
I like this play. You know, it's yeah. two
The other
checkers,
thing is if she
two
just
checkers
rolls-
on the bar.
If she just rolls a 4 the other way, she might win that.
Yeah,
She might play the holding game and win.
yeah. You know,
And then when she fans, it's like, all right, well,
two checkers on the bar is two checkers on the bar. You know, like
I guess you don't want to be hit with a double 2. Do you? Well,
I would probably. I don't know.
You bring him out of the zone.
I'd probably play 16. I don't know. I don't think it's. I don't think it's a big deal.
Suddenly he rolled a misser.
Ace is
Now you gotta
16,
get off that
15.
double
Sure.
two. Whatever you do.
16, 15. Start with that, and then play probably 13 to 9. Or 13 to.
Or
I guess like.
or 15-11. It doesn't really matter much. You're just gonna play. Gonna say, okay, I'm gonna give up that double 2, followed by
Going for maximum.
getting
but
all
like,
those other 3 checkers closed out, and then the fatal backgammon lozenge.
I just don't think it's worth it when you're not, when the gammon and backgammon doesn't do anything for you. Like, she could anchor on the deuce point, and then you could just win the bear off, and you know.
Then she rolled double
I don't
2s.
think it's worth giving the double
She's
2.
praying.
Yeah.
Praying for the double ducky wookies.
Or this would be arm.
Then he rolled double 6s. Then she rolled a single 2.
5, 4.
And we got double 2s.
So probably hit. I think you hit on the deuce point. And play 8 to 4.
Yeah, she won a lot of games from that angle, so probably just.
I mean, 3 on the bar now. You know, like she's got to roll. She's got to roll double
It's
2.
5-4.
Yeah.
These are clarified dice. And
I
Mochi says,
don't-
now I'm gonna.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna get
this
really
is.
fancy.
Is this really the play? I mean, let's say she rolls a
Somehow I
6. Yeah.
And he said, well, if I'm not gonna switch points, I'm going
Yeah.
to. Am I going to get?
I think you
He says
pick up a blot.
they better hit a double.
I mean, this is okay. Yeah.
Give more.
Yeah. Gets more covers. Yeah. Okay. Good play.
Please give me a double 2. Oh no, please. No.
Can't cover, can't break his board.
8 to 6. Or do we say no? We are going right after that 2 point. What if I roll double 2s? There it isn't. There.
5, 4. Yeah. You
So
can.
I got a pre-clear? No, I don't pre-clear. Just,
Not sure.
what do you got? 1, 2,
If you do the other one, so this leaves a blot on. No.
If double 6 is followed by something,
Yeah, this looks good to me. I mean,
it's just like, you know,
You
what
wanna-
are you giving up the other way though?
well, you wanted to roll a 6. You wanted to start coming in. You don't want to get hit late in the bear off on your 3-point or 2-point or whatever.
What's that worth?
Wait, why not just play 11 to 5 and 8 to 4? That didn't look right.
It's
Yeah.
probably not much of anything.
Yeah, it's not a huge deal.
Dice to say.
This is why he pre-cleared the 6-point, to just open up his board, let her in, and then now it's going to be almost gin. It looks like gin. Yeah.
I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up.
I don't know that it's
Double 5,
possible
2
to win the
6.
race. I don't think it's
Did I say double 5s?
I don't think
Called it
it's
again.
possible.
Very exciting game.
whether it's possible or not, and walk away. Kent Goulding wrote in one of his Backgammon Champions books.
There was a 5.
I suppose there might be a mathematical chance that he could win, but it's more likely that the ceiling will collapse on his
I
head.
know I can close
So
out.
understandably,
but,
he
you
makes
are
a
3
quick
on the
exit.
bar. I wanted you to get out.
Yeah.
Alright.
I wanted to
Well.
open the 6 and, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, sometimes you
Congrats,
double
Mochy,
sixes.
the second
but,
round.
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Open qualifier, is that what it's called?
I'll take
I
care of
don't
it.
I guess. So the first round is called the qualifier round, right? So
Can still rebuy.
I don't really know.
you
Can
get
if you
a buy,
like.
you don't get a buy or something.
It's
No,
some
the
sort
rebuy
of
options
double
to get
elimination
back
with
into
the
First round
undefeated
for the
and
undefeated
fighters
and
and
for the winners, there are
consolation.
with
maybe
tournaments
I bet
or
it's
other
to make
tournaments,
room
Mochi,
for
if you'd like to play,
rebuys.
or you can just relax
Okay.
until after.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
anyway,
They have
Mochi
rebuys.
has beaten Karen Davis.
How did the board play, Karen?
We're the commentators.
He wants to
We
buy
are the
it.
commentators.
Of course, we agree.
Do you have the link for the
I mean, you think we're
auction? There's a link for the auction.
matters.
Yes, I know.
Oh, you know it. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
You know, it's even
Siren.
more beautiful sometimes to play on it than
When
to
you
see
sit on
it.
it, it is.
Yeah.
And now, did Hossein say it looks better on the stream today?
Yeah.
Because look what we did with the
Naked ears
Like?
or torture you like.
Thank you. Thank you.
show.
What's that? So it is now. I think the next round is 7:30 p.m. And it supposedly is what on the day. Something before something. 148. And you played at 7:30. How is that possible?
Yeah.
It is what it is. Maybe I can play in some